Hello everyone and welcome to the Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. I'm your show host and team leader, Mohammed, otherwise known as It's Yagu, and we are your one-stop news shop for the latest and greatest across gaming, tech, entertainment, sports, and music. Plus, we're also amplifying voices from those in perspective fields and having their stories told here on the Impact Play. Your support keeps the lights running and keeps the content rolling. You can where tier 2 supporters and above have access to exclusive content including the post show, getting the show ad free, and more. And you can support us over anchor.fm/theimpactplay. So, guys, we are testing a few things. So, we are simultaneously streaming to both YouTube as well as our Twitch channel. So, youtube.com/theimpactplay as well as twitch.tv/theimpactplay. So you can catch us there when we do the live recordings of the show. In the meantime, we're going to experiment, see which platform suits us best and suits our needs. And then we'll get back to you on whichever platform we end up staying with. In the meantime, we're multi-streaming to, or should I say multicasting to both Twitch and YouTube. And then you could even catch us on your favorite podcast platform, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, and more. We are there. And you could even support us by using our Epic credit code at the Impact Play. We are Epic partners of the projects you make within the Epic Store, whether it be Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, no matter anything within the platform. Just use our credit code, and you can just support us in a brand new way and no extra cost to you. Excuse me. Or you can even support us in a new way by our merch store. Give me a moment while I load this up, because it's something brand new that we began. Okay, let's see. And all for you audio listeners, you were definitely missing out. If you're unable to join us live, you can check out the VOD later on our YouTube channel. So youtube.com/theimpactplay, or even on Spotify as well. So our premium tee, which is the same one that I'm wearing, which is it's so comfortable. And it fits just right. So it's not the heavyweight, it's not the eco, it's the premium. And they usually, Tier Public usually does sales where you can save up to 35% off. So it's usually, it runs maybe bi-weekly or even once a month. Whatever, it's what I've seen. But yeah, so we have hoodies, stickers, mugs, pillows, tapestries. Like we have them, we literally have them all. And then I'm gonna share. See, you also can get 20% off now when you sign up for emails and texts. And then I'm gonna share with you the link. Copy link to highlight and share with you guys live in chat if you guys are interested in supporting us here on the Impact Play. Alrighty. So this is the Impact Plays episode 220. And on the agenda we have an upcoming 5G handheld. Google Stadia is a goner. Sega's first game built on the blockchain is imminent. Saudi Arabia will be investing in the gaming industry. Ubisoft's Skull and Bones is delayed. Again, NASA's Project DART. The full lineup from Amazon's fall hardware event. Amazon's iRobot acquisition. The Witcher Season 3 has a release date. Kid Cudi's Intergalactic. The 2022 Sanderson Farms Championship is underway. Bellator 286. World's 2022 play-ins. Overwatch 2 competitive format has changed. The 2022 Billboard Latin Music Week. Ultra Music Festival unveils their 2023 lineup. Megan Thee Stallion launches a mental health resources website. The Weeknd announces his rescheduled Los Angeles tour dates. new and upcoming music by Kid Cudi, Paramore, and more, plus the top stories of the week. So welcome to my very first segment of the show. We're here to discuss what we have been playing, what I've been enjoying, essentially, what we have been up to. Alrighty, folks, so I've been having a good amount of fun or enjoyment playing Brawlhalla, which I've been playing it on PS4. I even bought the Battle Pass, which is the first. So every now and then I would hop to a match or two or even three, but it's the matches are very quick. The quake time isn't that long that I've seen. But yeah, I've been having a blast, and I feel like I'm getting better. Because like I said before on the previous iterations of the show, where I am getting into the fray of fighting games. So I'm definitely enjoying it. I even dabbled with Dragon Ball Fighter Z. The gameplay wise, it's decent. It's not that bad. But what I don't like, the story is definitely interesting on Fighter Z. But the one thing I don't like is how it runs. Like I was trying to figure out where to go and like explore the lounge area, I guess you could say, and then explore the different areas where you could go to. It's just so confusing where I did not know what I was doing. Like that's the one thing that I noticed as soon as I hopped into it. And the second thing that I don't like is as soon as there's a campaign mode as well, but as soon as you start the campaign mode, it's like you have to move from place to place, even though you don't have to at all. You could easily go to a match, and then it'll start the story. Like that's how there's a DBZ game for mobile, where you just go through fights and what have you, and that's it. You scroll past the story, and then it'll develop. And instead of you hopping between placeholders on the map for no reason at all, you just hop. You have to hop between them just to get to a battle. That's the second thing that I do not like about this game. Otherwise, the combos and skills, it took me a minute to try to, I guess, figure them out. Like same thing with Brawlhalla. I'm still trying to learn all that. But at the same time, I feel like I'm improving and I'm having fun while doing so. But the thing about Dragon Ball Fighter Z is it's just a nostalgia because it's a Dragon Ball game. Brawlhalla, what I noticed is they have a lot of they have a lot of crossovers, skin wise, which is nice. Like I said, I even bought the Battle Pass, which I think I didn't even get to get past the first tier because because I know myself, I could get into a quick match and have fun, have fun. That's it. But yeah, I did happen to Fortnite. I dabbled with it to see what's new, with the Chrome thing. With the new Chrome theme, the Battle Pass, I could say, or the season. But yeah, it took me a minute to try to figure out what it is all about. But it's nice. But what I didn't like is they brought building back and there's no way to opt out of it. Like, you can't even opt out of building. It's defaulted by building the way Fortnite began. That's the one thing that I didn't like when I hopped into Fortnite after like months of being away from it. Show wise, I watched the first 3 episodes of Andor, and I know there's a 4th episode. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna do a review cast for the first 3 episodes. And then I'm gonna watch, I believe, episode 6 or 7 of I know there's a new episode of She-Hulk. We're gonna do a review cast on that, and then I'm gonna do another review cast for episode 4 of Andor. And I know we did complete As Dusk Falls for our Game Pass playthrough. So we sent an invite out to the devs at night, and we're just waiting on a response. Hopefully we can get somebody on a live recording of the review cast, which is something we don't normally do, but we'll do that hopefully once we get somebody scheduled. And if not, we'll just do it. We'll just do a solo episode. It's fine. It is what it is. We'll try our best to try to get someone on from the development team. But nonetheless, once we do that review cast, of course, we're gonna towards the end of that episode, we're gonna announce our the next Game Pass playthrough where you guys can join us. Then we could give our opinions and what have you. Or even I'm gonna do with that review cast. Even if we, whether if we get somebody on or not from the development side, send us in your questions, any feedback you have, if you've played our Game Pass playthrough, and let us know your thoughts in our Discord server. We have a Discord channel specifically for Game Pass playthroughs. Let us know in there, and then we'll relay that message hopefully to the development team, or just discuss that on the review cast. So something new that we're gonna be implementing. So let us know your feedback and whatever you want whatever you want us to discuss. And you can also do that via reader mail as well, which I'll talk about at the very end of this episode. But nonetheless, multiverses. I know there's new skins now that they've announced. I don't know if they're out now. I know Morty's out, which not Morty. Rick is out now finally. Yeah, so we'll get into that. I feel like multiverses has a lot more to it than just Brawlhalla, because what I've done with that advanced training is what I've noticed. It's weird. Like there's I think it's one of the first advanced training tutorials. It's like double jumping wherever. Like you can't really double jump and reach out these different people or enemies or what have you, or targets. So I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to complete this if I can't even reach them? Like I'm not gonna bother looking this up how to go past it if I can't do it myself. But yeah, that's my only strife with the trainings. Like it's really something. It is not really like 100% or anything like that. It's not fluid. But nonetheless, I guess we'll get into the news, folks. But before we do, you can sign up for your free 30-day trial and immediately get access to 1 credit. And if you have Amazon Prime, you get access to 2 credits, and it's good for any premium title. Simply go to audibletrial.com/TheImpactPlay. Once again, the URL is audibletrial.com/TheImpactPlay. Alrighty, folks. The first one up for housekeeping is we are streaming for a local children's hospital benefiting children's healthcare of Atlanta. So we're playing and even live streaming in support of helping our local kids, which is a children's hospital network made possible by Extra Life. So you could make a difference in a child's life as little as $1. It will definitely go a long way. So simply click on, if you guys are on Twitch, there's a donation image down below. You can click on donate as much as you want, or you can just simply type exclamation donate in chat now. For all of your YouTube viewers, it's gonna be on our about page with our links and the URLs. It'll be there. It'll be under donate. So you click on that link, it'll take you to the Extra Life page, and you can donate there as well. So I know we can do this together. You guys always rally in support of us, and we would like to amplify the support and extend that support to benefiting our local kids in Atlanta. And it is Latin Hispanic Heritage Month. And it started September 15th and is going on through October 15th. So we will be, I know we've always, whether no matter which month it is, or even beyond, than like Latin Hispanic Heritage Month, or even like Asian Pacific Islander Awareness Month, or what have you. We always reach out to content creators, to developers, to artists, athletes, what have you, to be on to make a guest appearance on the show. But we're gonna be doing here things a little differently. What we're gonna be doing is highlighting those voices, highlighting these organizations that are making a difference in their respective spaces, and we're gonna follow suit. Like we have an article from the Xbox Wire. We have an article on Spotify. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be highlighting and even amplifying those voices here on the THEIMPACTPLAY, as well as these organizations that are going above and beyond to make a difference in the world. So the first coming up is from the Xbox Wire, which is are honoring Hispanic Heritage Month. And let's see, this is apparently written by Karine Medina, which is the general manager for customer experience for Microsoft's gaming. I grew up in a small town by the sea on the eastern side of Cuba. It was I got an idea. Let me do things a little differently. Okay, nope. No, that's not it. What I'm gonna do is, instead of just reading it out to you, you guys can read along if you guys choose to. Okay. It was a simple yet fulfilling childhood where I spent my free time making jewelry from old buttons, tending to my cactus collection, and exploring the sand and waves. I attended the University of Havana, but it wasn't until I moved to the US and started my career in the tech industry as a rep producer in Miami in the late 90s that I realized I had to become part of a larger and more diverse community. And then, of course, I'm going to link to these articles as well in chat now for guys to further explore their stories. And then it was just her career path, how she came out to joining Microsoft, her work, career, and what have you, and what she's doing now to make a difference. And then they're also highlighting certain organizations, so the Hispanic Heritage Foundation, Latinx and Gaming, CARE, as well as amplifying stories, like the way we're doing it here, from the different people in the community. And then also community from Latin developers as well. So Moonglow Bay, Grim Fandango Remastered, Space Lines from the Far Out, Dandy Ace, The Walking Dead: A New Frontier, and then there's also a new Gamer Picks profile themes and avatar items as well. And then, there's a little Minecraft thing too as well. That's nice. For his Streamers Takeover Hispanic Heritage Month, which is great on the Xbox Twitch channel. I think this was last year's, right? Yeah, 2021. This was, because I remember the logo. Yeah, see how the logo is changing? Okay, we did Xbox Now. Hold on. Before we get into this organization, I wanted to read this article from Spotify. We are the Todo, celebrating Latinx Heritage Month with the launch of their new playlist, De Todo, taking place in the U.S. between September 15th and October 15th each year. Latinx Heritage Month honors many contributions this unique and vibrant culture has made to American society. This is why Spotify has launched a new campaign, De Todo, which highlights some of our listeners' favorite voices from the Latinx community and shows what makes them 200% American and 100% Latin, serving to uplift rising Latinx artists. De Todo also demonstrates how the Latin community is made up of un poquito de todo, or a little bit of everything. So what we're gonna do is if you guys are at least choose to support and above, because it's gonna be a private stream, we are going to, I guess, play some of these songs from this playlist. Okay. Is there a Spotify thingy? Where to pop up? Yep, that's the word. That's what I want. Okay. How do I add it or follow it? Add to Quay. Yeah, I was to playlist, so I could just heart it and then save to your library. Yeah, it's right there, the first playlist. Alrighty, folks. So be sure to join us on the post show if you guys are interested. Let me see something. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I favorited it, so it's the top playlist. And then here are some of the songs. So it's another treat for you guys. Well, did it show or no? No, hold on. No, that's the Chrome extension in Spotify itself. Yeah, okay. I don't know if it showed or not, but yeah. Okay. All right, let's get back to the regular show, folks. All right. Now we're gonna highlight. Hold on, I gotta show you this first before we get into the news. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, this is it. Okay. I believe that's it. So close. We talked about this, right? Yeah. Okay, and now we're gonna highlight the Latinx in gaming, connecting across all barriers. Latinx in gaming serves as a platform to connect with Latinos across the gaming industry, promote cultural appreciation, representation in games and game-related content, and provide a platform for the Latinx community to elevate each other and themselves. And then I'm gonna, of course, share the link in chat now. Alrighty. If you guys want to donate or even just learn more. And then also, lastly, on our housekeeping portion, we have uploaded a huge ton of content of gaming trailers, clips, or even official TV series trailers, movie episodes, or teaser trailers or what have you on our YouTube channel. So you can join that content and more if you guys are interested over on our YouTube channel. So youtube.com/THEIMPACTPLAY if you guys want to see that content. It's all for you guys. Alrighty. Alright, folks, so we're done with housekeeping. Now we'll move on to gaming. Alrighty, folks, so I don't know if you've heard it already. Google Stadia is shutting down. It's something that a good amount of us saw coming before, as soon as they announced plans for it, because they announced projects and they just essentially abandoned them, like they did with project with the Google Glass. With Google Glass was definitely ahead of its time. What else did they announce? Oh, yeah, a lot of stuff. But literally, Google has announced that it's officially shutting down Stadia and is refunding all Stadia purchases, hardware, software, and DLC. Members of the Stadia team will be carrying this work forward into other departments at Google. There's something similar to where Microsoft did with what's that former streaming platform? We used to be on there too. Before we came to Twitch, Mixer. Mixer was great and phenomenal, but they ended up abandoning it as well. They felt like they weren't getting anything out of it, and they ended up like pretty much absorbing Microsoft is absorbed into other aspects of Microsoft, and this is going to be the same thing with Google. Stadia is going to be the tech and the Stadia services is going to be absorbed into other portions of Google. So let's get into this article by The Verge. So Google is shutting down Stadia, its cloud gaming service, and it will remain live for players until January 18th, 2023. Google expects those refunds that will be completed in mid-January. And then refunds will be done automatically, and you don't have to return any hardware. Stadia Pro subscriptions will not be eligible for a refund, but you will not be charged during the shutdown period and can access games you might have to redeem as a Pro user until everything is wound down. And Google has shut down the store, so you can't buy any games or any in-game transactions. All right. So we have another article from IGN regarding save transfers. So Ubisoft, Bungie, and others are working on letting players transfer Google Stadia saves. After the unexpected shutdown of Google Stadia, developers from across the industry are trying to help players by allowing them to transfer their game saves to other platforms. So literally, that they're just working on it, and I guess the guys keep you posted. So kudos to these developers. All right. So speaking of Ubisoft, they are they've are announcing playtests for a new co-op shooter called Project U, coming soon. Almost nothing is known about the upcoming game from IGN, which is announced, but Ubisoft has already opened registration for its upcoming playtest, which we are going to share with you guys in chat. Okay. You guys are interested in registering. All right. And next we have Verizon, Razer, and even Qualcomm have partnered to create a 5G gaming handheld console dubbed the Razer Edge 5G. You know what that reminds me of? The Motorola Razer, where they came up with these, and I guess their Razer lineup of Android devices. But yeah, that are exclusively to Verizon. So that's what the name reminds me of. But nonetheless, it was announced at the Mobile World Congress in Las Vegas. And the new handheld is seemingly won't to be exclusive just for streaming games from the cloud, despite its 5G focus. As Verizon also announced, the games can be downloaded to the device. Now, much else isn't known, but as a full reveal is scheduled for RazerCon on October 15th. But the company did confirm it will be built using the Snapdragon G3X Gen 1 gaming platform and is designed for higher performance gaming on the go. So I feel like this was behind the realms of Valve's Steam Deck and Logitech's cloud gaming G device that they announced recently. So we'll see if this is gonna be any good. Hopefully, we never know. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that front. And nextly, we have Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is looking to invest almost $38 billion in the games industry and could acquire a publisher. Coming over from GameSpot. Through its government-funded gaming conglomerate, the Savvy Gaming Group. According to a new Exodus report, more than $13 billion could be set aside for the acquisition and development of a leading game publisher to become a strategic development partner. And a further $18 billion will be used to secure minority investments in other companies and studios, which is definitely good. It's something that Tencent is doing. And what's the other one? THQ Nordic. They're literally doing the same. They're buying bits and pieces of different publishers and for further improving their stake and what have you. But nonetheless, all that money is going to be used for our benefit to further improve the gaming industry. So it's going to be better for us as a whole. Nextly, GameSpot reports that Sega's first blockchain game has been announced and it's being developed by a Japanese blockchain company, Double Jump Tokyo. Double Jump Tokyo announced the news earlier this week, where it shared in a Medium post that the game would be based on the Sakaguchi Tizen series, a real-time strategy game predominantly played on arcades in Japan that uses real physical cards to play with. Interesting. The Sengokushi Tizen series is based on the classic 14th century Chinese novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, where players face off against their opponents, attempting to attack the enemy's castle, with the player who has the most health winning the battle. In a statement, Double Jump Tokyo CEO and founder Haranobu, and I don't want to botch this, Eno spoke of the Oasis chain that the game will use, saying it aims to solve obstacles for gamers, offering fast transactions and zero gas fees, and providing users with a more comfortable gameplay experience. No further details on the game's actually going to be like were provided in the Medium post announcement, more being the incorporation of blockchain than anything else. So we'll have to wait and see what comes of this. And we have some side bit of news. That Nintendo Game says allegedly that they were fired for asking about unions, and I've seen a lot of reports, even coming out of Amazon, where these different warehouses throughout the U.S., if they are interested in, if they even hear rumors of them trying to create a union or formalize a union, they'll fire you or do other tactics to prevent you from doing so, which is illegal. But hopefully this will improve a lot of these industries, not just gaming, across the board. Because they have no right. Even I remember my first job was when I was a teen, was at a Macy's. So the first thing that I was told, one of the first things I was told as I was being interviewed, not interviewed when I was first brought on. So it was like a class of other new hires, essentially, where they warn you about, not warn you, but they say it in a way that, union, even though you could join a union if you choose, but if you do choose to join one, that you might even lose more benefits than what you already have. That's how they they do tactics like that, where they say, even though unions are supposed to be the benefit of the workers, but no, they say, no, you might even lose more of your benefits. That's how we were told, and this was like a couple years ago. So, come on. I love how these companies are doing these tactics. But nonetheless, we have PlayStation's new loyalty program rolls out. Will begin rolling on October 5th for North America. The PlayStation Stars loyalty program. So, and let me see. It's already out in Asia. North and South America October 5th, Europe and Australia October 13th. And hold on, let me get into this further. Excuse me. All right. So one of the rewards that they've noticed in Japan is better customer support for those at a higher, because there's different tiers in the loyalty program, where if you're at the highest tier, it means you get better customer service, or what they dubbed it as priority customer service, where you're when you reach out to customer service, you'll be on a priority quay above everyone else. And the complaint is, like, why should you be stuck behind the paywall in order to have good customer service? It should be standard across the board. So, like, what the heck? This doesn't work. But yeah, that's what this is about. And let's see. Speaking of PlayStation, Sackboy: A Big Adventure is coming to be seen next month on October 27th. It will support 4K, 120 frames per second, 21.9 ultra wide monitors, NVIDIA DLSS, and VRR. Thank you, IGN, for that. And Skull and Bones has been delayed yet again, and this time going to 2023 of March 9th. So, quote unquote, while the game development is finished at this stage, the extra time will be used to further polish and balance the experience using players' feedback from our technical test and insider program, which happened over the past 2 weeks. Ubisoft said in a statement, "This is the right decision both for our players, for the long-term success of the brand, and March 9, 2023 will provide a more suitable release window for this very unique new brand." Which is something great. They delayed it, and they delayed it even again. Something that Halo Infinite didn't do, and it's something that Cyberpunk didn't do. So everybody's learning from these, from what happened previously in the industry. Like, why should we release a half-baked game just quote unquote just to meet quotas, or just to release it and hopefully fix it on day zero or what have you, or like a day zero patch? But like Halo Infinite, until now, barely anyone's playing it because there's no new experiences for them. So why should we release a non-fulfilling game now? So kudos to Ubisoft for this. All right. So Netflix is opening up its own game studio in Finland. The studio will be led by Marco Lastica, Zynga's vice president, as its director, coming over from IGN. So kudos to Netflix. Hopefully they won't abandon it like the way Google did with Stadia. So we'll have to wait and see if they're really serious about this. Alright, here's a nice little article too coming over from GamesIndustry.biz. So, women in games, Epic Games, and skincare brand Dove have partnered on a program to increase the diversity and representation of female characters in games. Called Real Virtual Beauty, the program also aims at supporting young girls with self-esteem education across the virtual world, across a series of actions. As part of the program, the company will run a Real Beauty in Games training course, inviting game creators to help reflect the diversity we see in everyday life and to avoid contributing to stereotypes and bias in design. Dove will release a collection of avatars and Epic-owned art station aimed at raising the standard for the authentic, diverse, and inclusive representation of women and girls. And finally, a Roblox game created by Dove will be released on the theme of self-esteem so young girls can experience more representative versions of beauty. And as part of the program, Dove did conduct a new research in partnership with the Center for Appearance Research, which found that 60% of girls who play feel misrepresented in games, and 35% feel like their self-esteem is negatively impacted by the lack of diversity in games. So good kudos on these on improving diversity on the across the gaming space, even beyond the gaming space, where Dove even came into the picture. So nextly, we have a new Pokemon that was released, a worm-like Diglett, which they're calling it Wiglet. So it's pretty much like a it's a new form of Diglett essentially. All right, we have a new controller from Xbox from the Xbox Wire. The Marine Camo Special Edition controller. It actually looks neat, and it also comes up with a matching charging stand from Razer. So the charging stand is going for $49.99, which is like standard, and the controller is going for $69.99, which I'm gonna show you guys momentarily. Okay. There you are, folks. There's the controller. It actually looks neat. And there's the dock as well. Like, it looks nice. Anything, I like these controllers more, the special editions. Yep. These are neat. Phantom Magenta Special Edition. I didn't hear of these. When did these come out? March. No, wait, hold on. This is 2 years ago. That's why I didn't hear of it. Because it's not the new one. See, it doesn't have the share button. Like, these are nice, but at the same time, I'd rather not. Because I only concerned about the new controllers. But this is actually not bad. I like it. It's pretty neato. All right, so EA did show off its Monster Hunter style game dubbed Wild Hearts, which is the next release from the Dynasty Warriors developer Omega Force. But it's Monster Hunter inspired. It'll launch December 17th, 2023, PS5, Xbox Series XS, and PC. That's good. A current gen title. And next we have Warzone has received its final content update, coming from AFK Gaming. Almost that released over the 2 years will be playable until the 20th of October. Two new weapons have been added to the game alongside multiple new solo modes. No major content update will come to Warzone, but bug fixes and tweaks may still be added until the Warzone 2.0 release. Alright, folks, we're done with gaming. Now we're going to move on to tech after this. Alrighty, folks, so the first one coming up, we have NASA's Project DART, dubbed the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, which is essentially if an asteroid was directed towards Earth, they would launch something to crash into it and redirect its trajectory. That's essentially what it comes down to. So thank you, the official NASA website for that. Nextly, we have everything announced at the Amazon Fall 2022 hardware event, coming from IGN. So Amazon did just wrap up its annual hardware and services announcement event. While we didn't get anything as noteworthy as a personal home surveillance drone or Alexa microwave, Amazon did announce the first Kindle you can write on. On top of this, Amazon announced a much improved Fire TV Cube and more. So the Kindle Scribe, so you can mark up PDFs and work documents. They didn't specify the size, but it's essentially a bigger Kindle Oasis. You can easily hold in two hands, and it will feature 300 ppi resolution. The Scribe is available for pre-order today, starting at $339, and will be shipping in time for the holidays. And there is the Halo Rise, which is a new smart lamp, an alarm clock from Amazon designed to help you track your sleep instead of wearing a smartwatch or sensor. This device tracks your sleep using sensors and machine learning. It doesn't feature a camera or microphone, so it won't watch you while you sleep, but it can monitor your surrounding environment, including the ambient temperature, humidity, and light levels. Even I don't understand how that's gonna work, but it is what it is. We have the Echo Studio, which is Amazon's latest, highest-end Echo speaker, featuring multiple drivers and Dolby Atmos. Amazon claims the new speaker has enhanced stereo sound, clarity, and sways as much bass. It will ship next month for $199. Echo Dot is getting few major updates. Clock specifically features a new high-resolution dot matrix to display more information, such as song titles and calendar events. And then new sensors, accelerometer. It's available for pre-order. We have the Echo Dot at $49 and the Echo Dot with the clock at $59 respectively. We have Amazon Auto, which I'm definitely intrigued at. You could it costs you $54. It's a device that lets you streamlessly play music at home to your car. The new device also features roadside assistance whenever you need a jump start or a flat tire. That's what I like about it, is that portion of it. So Amazon has announced a new bevy of Ring and Blink devices to expand its home security system. We have the Ring Doorbell Pro 2 at $229, the Spotlight Cam Pro at $229, the Blink Mini Pan Tilt $29, and the Blink Wired Floodlight Camera at $99. And power over internet. Amazon did expand its lineup of products that support power over Ethernet with a $299 RO power over Ethernet. I think that's what it stands for. And $649 for the gateway. We have the Fire TV Cube. Features an Octa Core 2 GHz processor. This allows the small PC to show 4K Ultra HD content to resolution upscaling to convert any HD content to 4K. And the ports have been expanded with a dedicated Ethernet, USB-A for connected thumb drives, and HDMI pass-through for your cable box. And it's gonna ship October 25th for $139. And then you have a new TV, the Fire TV Omni QLED series. I didn't even know they had TVs. It'll support Dolby Vision IQ, HDR 10 plus adaptive brightness, 96 local dimming zones, new features to show artwork, and edit photos while they're not actually playing any content. And 75-inch screens are starting at $799, with pre-order starting today. And NASA is working on a plan to keep Hubble alive by flying a SpaceX craft into it. They've teamed up with the Polaris program to explore the potential of using a Dragon spacecraft to push the Hubble Space Telescope into a higher orbit, thus prolonging its life. That's really what it comes down to. They want to give it a boost so they can see more. But yeah, nextly we have Google's upcoming Pixel launch event. October 6th at 10 a.m. Eastern. So we're expecting the Pixel 7 devices, the Pixel Watch, and what have you. we'll have to wait and see. So it's just assumptions and just what people think what will be announced. All right. Speaking of Google, it's an impressive multi-search tool which lets you search using both image and text in the same thing. Will be expanded to more than 70 global languages in the next few months. The company did announce. So that's about it on that front. Making it more accessible, which is a good thing. Alexa is getting some much needed smart home upgrades. So Amazon did announce a host of new capabilities for their smart assistant, which I'm not gonna say our name because my thing might recognize my voice and say I'm thinking I'm trying to give it a command. So the company has announced exact release dates for the updates, but let's see, the upgrades easily schedule smart home device actions for moments in the future, and make everything simpler and what have you. Wireless remote switches. And then it'll pretty much learn and improve how it interacts with your other devices as well. It's kind of like an AI tool. Then we have Square did launch its support for Apple's tap to pay technology, which I've actually tested, and it works. But the app works when it wants to. Like as soon as you click the tap to pay, it'll give you a loading screen, and then once you open and close it a couple of times, then it'll work as soon as you hit the tap to pay. So you don't need any hardware support, any of the hardware, Mac strip writers, readers, or even their tap to pay devices as well. So you don't essentially need all that. You can do it from the XS and newer devices, running at least 15.5 iOS or later. And then now, I know the 16.0 update is available now, but there's a newer update that is a 16.0.2, which fixes the camera shaking for the iPhone 14 and 14 Pro devices. And what else did it fix? Some copy and paste issues that were having issues when you're trying to do it in between apps. Hopefully has been resolved. And then we have, let's see, Tesla's AI event that took place. When did it take place? I believe it was today. No, 2 days ago. No, yeah, technically 2 days ago. This is this recording because it's the second now. So it was mainly a recruiting event, according to CEO Elon Musk. The company showed early prototypes of a humanoid robot and said it's developing special batteries and actuators for them. And Musk said that he thinks it will be possible for customers to get an autonomous humanoid bot from Tesla in about 3 to 5 years, coming from CBS NBC. Known as a Tesla bot or Optimus. That's it, but they're literally doing a lot though in the tech space. All right, so the FCC is looking into Amazon's $1.7 billion deal for iRobot, which I did not know of. So I heard about this at the FTC looking into this. The latest deal by the e-commerce giant coming under scrutiny by the regulators amid growing concerns about the company's market power. On Tuesday, iRobot said both it and Amazon received a request for additional information in connection with an FTC review of the merger. So they say they both will cooperate and what have you. Just have to wait and see what happens. And then we have Twitter is becoming more like TikTok. The company is adding a scrolling feature of videos in a video section to the Explore tab, similar to what Instagram is doing with Reels. I feel like Twitter is the wrong platform for that sort of thing. Well, we'll have to wait and see. Because they literally did the same thing with stories and then they ended it. So we'll see what they do with this one. So we have a little bit of a leak for the Quest Pro, which is Meta's next high-end VR headset that hopefully will be revealed at their Connect event next month. So here's a quick rundown. It'll have a so sharp like the Quest 2 and no back-mounted battery. 2 cameras, 4 6 DOF tracking. 4 camera array, 2 BW and 2 RGB. Depth sensor, 2 LCD displays, mechanical IPD adjustments, pancake lenses, no eye or face tracking, single face design, Qualcomm Snapdragon XR 2 second generation SoC, and Pogo pin connector for the dock charging. And actually doesn't look too shabby. We'll just have to wait and see. And lastly, we have Intel's Unison app lets you send text messages and more from your PC. It allows you to sync your iOS and Android device with your PC. Make calls, send text messages, and what have you. So that's about it. That's it with tech. So now we'll move on to entertainment. Alrighty, folks, so Marvel Studios' Blade director, Bassem Tariq, has left the film just 2 months shy of production, beginning in Atlanta, according to Variety. The film was announced back at Marvel 2019's Comic Con. So it was essentially a scheduling conflicts for the reason behind his departure. Alright. Moving on. We have Near, our Automata version 1.1a anime series will arrive in January of 2023. Coming from IGN, the official announcement trailer revealed that Nier Automata version 1.1a will be premiered in January, but the exact release date hasn't been announced. We see clips of main characters 2B and in action as well as follow Android 9S. Creator Yoko Taro spoke about the anime's creation during an Plex Online Fest over the weekend and how he was surprised to be asked about the project. So it's essentially going to be a new story. So we'll have to wait and see. So we have The Witcher Season 3 is coming next summer in 2023. Alright. Thank you, Arjun, for that. We have Kid Cudi's intergalactic television event. Let's see. Apparently has amazing visuals and whatnot. Excuse me. So let me see something. Is it out yet or no? The first episode is out now. So it's a series. Okay. And we have Marvel's, we have news on the Armor Wars. that is now being developed as a movie. It's coming out as an exclusive from The Hollywood Reporter. The move essentially pushes back the title further down the development slate. Sources say the studio was committed in getting the story told the right way, and that it was processed, and that in that process realized that a feature was better suited for the project. Like all Marvel movies, it was intended for a theoretical release. So that's a little update for you guys. But I actually feel like a feature film is going to be better. What is all this? Let's see. So we have a new director for Now You See Me 3, coming over from Venom, and the Uncharted director, Ruben Flesher. The upcoming film will continue the Now You See Me franchise, which stars Jesse Einsberg, Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, and Mark Ruffalo. Alright. We have Kevin Feige's A Werewolf by Night will ultimately become quite important to the future of the MCU. So we'll have to pay more attention to this when it releases. Thank you, Ajin, for that. We have Community is got 6 seasons and it's finally getting a long-awaited movie. Peacock did order a movie based on the long-running comedy by Dan Harmon. Perhaps even more exciting, that the original cast members will return, including Joel McHale, Danny Pudi, Alison Brie, Gillian Jacobs, Jim Rosh, and Ken Jeong. Notably, original starts. Vet Nicole Brown and Donald Glover will have not been confirmed, and Chevy Chase is extremely unlikely to return. But alongside the movie, Peacock has also secured non-competitive rights to air Community Season 6. So kudos to all your fans out there. And lastly, we have Sony did pick up the rights for Tarzan. So that's about it. Literally, that's all. Alrighty, so we're done with entertainment, folks. And now we move on to sports. So we have the Miami Dolphins quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, was taken to a local hospital and later released after suffering head and neck injuries on a second quarter sack in Thursday night's game against the Bengals. The Dolphins said shortly before halftime that he was unconscious and had movement in all his extremities at the hospital, the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. A source confirmed to ESPN that Tagovailoa was later released from the hospital and flew back with the team to South Florida. And he's hopefully in good spirits. So may have a good, safe recovery. So we have the NBA James 2022 will feature the reigning NBA champion Golden State Warriors and the Washington Wizards playing 2 preseason games. They already played that on Friday, and they'll play on Sunday as well as this recording. The games were live in Japan. In addition to the 2 games on the NBA Japan game Saturday night 22, presented by Rakuten and Nissan, which will be held on Saturday, October 4th at 5 p.m. local. We'll celebrate the game of basketball and showcase the coverage of the NBA and popular culture for a unique fan experience. Nextly, we have Aaron Judge did launch his 61st home run of the year on Wednesday against the Toronto Blue Jays, meaning he's now tied Roger Maris single-season records for both the New York Yankees franchise and the American League as a whole. Thank you, CBS Sports, for that. And we have let's see. So Mac Jones is possibly going to be out for multiple games due to an ankle injury. Thank you, CBS, for that. And we have the 2022 President's Cup. The PGA Tour returns to its regular season playing a schedule. The 2022 Sanderson Farms Championship will return to the PGA Tour to its normal state and will feature a field conducted for an outside winner. Defending champion Sam Burns headlines the action as he took to avoid the same fate as 2020 winner Sergio Garcia, a past champion, to miss the cut in his title defense. And we have the roster for the United States Women's National Team. Head coach Vlatko Andonovsky has named the 24-player roster ahead of the 2 international friendlies in Europe. The USWNT will play 2 top 10 teams in the FIFA rankings when they face England on October 7th at the Wembley Stadium in London, and Spain on October 11th at El Sadar Stadium in Pamplona. The training camp roster will be narrowed down to 23 players for each match today. So nextly we have Bellator 286 will take place Saturday from Long Beach Arena in Long Beach, California. The card is loaded with many of the biggest names on the Bellator roster, including rivals AJ McKay and former and featherweight champion Patricio Pitbull, although the two will not face off with each other. In the main event, Pitbull will put his 145-pound title on the line against Adam Bruix. Pitbull was on his 3rd run as featherweight champion, winning the belt back in his most recent fight, a decision win over McKee this past April. One fight prior, McKee took the title off Pitbull over a technical submission, winning in under 2 minutes. Pitbull also won the lightweight title in May of 2019, but later vacated the belt to open it up for his brother, Patricky, to win with a November 21 TKO of Peter Quelly. And we have some esports news for you folks, coming over from AFK Gaming. We have the 2022 World Championship conclusion at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, about the World 2022 play-in. It's just around the corner. Well, it'll be drawn into 2 groups of 6. Group stage round 1, sort of 12 teams will participate. Matches a single round robin. The top team from each team will directly advance to the main event, and the teams placed 2nd to 4th in the 2 groups will advance to round 2 of the play-in. The knockout stage of round 2, the 3rd place teams from the group stage will face the 4th place team from the same group. The winners of these matches face the 2nd place team from the opposite group. The winners of these final matches advance to the main event of World 2022. All matches in the knockout stage are best of 5. And let's see. Next we have TI11. The Last Chance qualifier will take place from the 8th to 12th of October in Singapore. It includes 12 teams, with only 2 of them qualifying for TI11. And the teams are, we have Team Scarrett, Vici Gaming, Polaris Esports, Nodis, Vincier, Nouns, Tempest, Team Liquid, Extreme Gaming, T1, Vardis.pro, Wildcard Gaming, Infamous. And lastly, Overwatch 2 competitive is changing. The competitive mode will do away with the skill rating system. Players will only be able to view their skill tiers, and skill tiers will be updated every 7 wins over 20 losses in Overwatch 2. New players will need to win 50 quick play games to access competitive, while veteran players will retain access to competitive by default. So lastly, we're going to move on to music, folks. So we have the 2022 Billboard Latin Music Week, the performances. We have Romeo Santos, Junti, Junti, Bernira, Gonza, and Finesse. We have a lot of people that made that did a performance, I guess you could say, or that outperformed. That's a better word for it. And we have. Hey, God, what am I doing? X. Okay, let's see. So Bad Bunny took home the top line album of the year and top line rhythm album of the year for On Verano Senti, longest running album at number 1 on the Billboard 200 as part of the 2022 Billboard Latin Music Awards. We have Farruko for his hit Pepas, which won Hot Latin Song of the Year award, as well as Sales Streaming and Latin Rhythm Song of the Year. Karol G was the night's top female artist, winning Hot Latin Songs and Top Latin Albums Artist of the Year. Female, while Mami, with her collaboration with Becky G, won Hot Latin Song of the Year for the vocal event. Raul Alejandro and regional Mexican stars Grupo Fermi and Eslabon Armando took home 2 awards each, as did 18-year-old Mexican newcomer Ivan Cornejo, who won the New Artist of the Year award once again, and then the Producer of the Year award once again to Tiani. Let's see, we have a Spirit of Hope award for Philanthropophobic endeavors went to Christina Aguilera. Spanish icon Rafael was given the Lifetime Achievement Award. We have Jose Feliciano was honored with the Billboard Legend Award. On the labeling and publishing side, Sony Music Latin led the charge with 9 awards, including Latin Airplay Label of the Year, while Sony Music Publishing won Publishing Corporation of the Year. Rimas Bad Bunny's label took home 6 awards, including Top Line Album Label of the Year, while its publishing division, RSM Publishing, won Publisher of the Year. And we have a partnership with Billboard with BandLab on a new innovation to help underrepresented artists reach a global audience with their music. So if you're interested, I'm definitely gonna copy this link and share with you in chat now. We have Megan Thee Stallion that launched her mental health resources website for fans, and dubbed Bad Biat have bad days too. Alright, we have Ultra Music Festival. They released their initial 2023 lineup, including Swedish House Mafia, Zed, Grimes, and more. Coming straight from their website. We have The Weeknd that announced his rescheduled Los Angeles tour dates for November 26th and 27th. Thank you, iHeart. Speaking of iHeart, iHeart Radio Jingle Ball tour lineup has been revealed. Of course, coming from iHeart. The featured performances including Dua Lipa, Lizzo, Jack Harlow, Pitbull, Black Eyed Peas, Backstreet Boys as well, Sam Smith, Khaled, Charlie Puth, and more. And you could catch it live from New York City, Friday, December 9th, via exclusive live stream on the CW app and the CW TV. And across the radio, listen across the country on the iHeartRadio CHR stations and the iHeartRadio app. And we have A$AP Rocky did speak on his hectic mosh pit experience at Rolling Loud, New York, coming from my heart. What actually went down. On Monday, September 26th, the Harlem native responded to the hype around the viral video of him in the mosh pit. In the video, you can see the excitement in Rocky's face disappear while he struggles to survive. the intense mosh pit. While fans and rappers like Tyler, the creator, made jokes about the situation, Rocky didn't appear what happened to him while he was in the grasp of raging fans. That shit is not funny, he wrote. Some some Lil B was squeezing the life out of him. The mosh pit happened during the set, which cut short due to a noise ordinance. The DMB rapper took to the social media hours after he was forced to get off stage and apologize, of course. So, hopefully, he's a lot better after experiencing this. We have Demi Lovato did bring a guest appearance, Ashley Simpson, on stage for Lala Watch on September 29th. We have Rune 5 did announce their 16 show Las Vegas residency, March 24th through August 12th. If you guys are interested, thank you, iHeart, for that. We have Lil Wayne did receive 22 new RIAA certifications, RIAA certifications on his 40th birthday, including Recording Industry Association of America for his I Am Single featuring Drake, Let It Fly featuring Travis Scott, and others reached platinum status. So kudos to Lil Wayne. We have John Malcolm that announced his 2022 touring performance at the Rock Hall. We have the Chop Nerds are invading iHeartland. Oh, they already did actually, September 29th. With the Chop Nerds podcast. For the first ever podcast in another world on Roblox. All right. Let's see what else we got. We have Billie Eilish is celebrating the end of her tour by live streaming a concert on Apple Music. We have beloved Minnesota Music Festival has been canceled forever. The Walker Center at the NPR's the current announced Minneapolis Rock the Garden event music festival will retire. This past June event was co-headlined by Nathaniel Reteloff and the Night Sweets, and Slater Keeney was the final installment. Details on why the festival was continued were not given, but both organizations said they will continue to partner on other initiatives in the future. Paramore returned with a new song and did announce their first new album in 5 years, coming from iHeart as well. This is why is inspired by the events that have taken place over the last few years, as the band's Haley Williams sings in the chorus. And they did announce that their upcoming album will be released February 10th, 2023. Joe Jonas did confirm that the Jonas Brothers have finished their next album. That's all it is. Thank you, Iron, for that. We have Pokemon that released a new Ed Sheeran song that will be featured in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And Pokemon Company released Celestial, a new collaboration between Sheeran and the Pokemon Company. The music video showed Sheeran getting through his day-to-day life. Pokemon was released and can be viewed. They can comic book for that. Well, I am dehydrated, like sheesh. Mm. Wow. Let's see what else we got. We have Gabby Garrett. She had a snippet of a song that's set to release on her forthcoming sophomore album, and her social media followers gushed. It was a 19-second sneak peek. Let's see. That's about it. So Kid Cudi's Intergalactic is here, and you can stream it now, which is his 8th studio album. And it coincides, of course, with his Intergalactic television special on Netflix. And Madonna did tease that she's back at it in the recording studio, coming from Billboard. And we have a new collab with Pokemon Music Collective Project with Utah to launch the Pokemon Music Collective, a project featuring a series of new music by artists inspired by the game music and sounds of the Pokemon video game universe. And then we have Freddie Gibbs did unleash his long-awaited major label debut, Soul money sign sold separately, and the money signs as the S's. His first substantial release since signing to Warner Records, Soul sold separately, is the 40-year-old's most star-studded affair today. The album features appearances from the likes of Pusha T, Kelly Prince, Offset, Moneybagg Yo, Rick Ross, Anderson .Paak, DJ Paul, and more. And now we have Snoop Dogg did reveal a new album that was produced by Dre is currently in the works, Dr. Dre. While talking to Stephen A. Smith on the podcast No Mercy, Snoop revealed the album is called Missionary, and that him and Dr. Dre have been working on it for the past 2 months. In addition, he announced that the record is set to arrive in November via Death Row Aftermath. We have a new album from the Isley Brothers featuring the likes of Beyonce, Trey Songz, Snoop Dogg, and more. It's a 14-track LP. Make me say it again, girl. And it's out now. And lastly, we have the top 5 out of Billboard's Hot 100 chart. As Harry Styles is on number 1 for As It Was. C Flaze is at number 2 for Bad Habit. Number 3 is Post Malone's featuring Doja Cat for I Like You, a happier song. 4 is Sunroof by Nicki, Yor, and Daisy. And number 5 is Nicki Minaj for Super Freaky Girl. So if you guys are interested in sending us free email, here's how you can contact us. We want to know your feedback, your thoughts, and your questions you may have for sending us free email via Discord, via voice note over at anchor.fm/THEIMPACTPLAY, or even via email to reademail@theimpactplay.com. So you have 3 ways to send us your voice note, your thoughts, your feedback, just anything you want us to discuss, or even just talk about on a special segment of the show, or even a special readable episode. So thank you guys so much for making us a part of your day. We should join our community server over on Discord. For all of your Twitch viewers, be sure to enter Discord, Discord and chat now. For all of your YouTube viewers, you can click our Discord link, invite link in the about page of our YouTube channel. And guys, we're trying to talk subs, and we need your help. So share the channel with your friends and family, follow us, and just lurk if you must. Every little bit helps achieve the goal even further. So leave us a review. We're just already getting your favorite platform. Thank you guys so much. Have a great one. And for all of you Tier 2 supporters, I'll see you on the post show. For everyone else, have a good one.